to engage.
The team that has been playing behind since 25 seconds was the first to break down an inhibitor turret, but Blacklist looking for revenge here in the mid and here with the siege.
The waves are crashing in from Blacks International. Up top, that's a Luminous Lord. It will crash on through this inhibitor. Let's see Bren looking for the defense. Wise, the front liner. He's put down to a third of his health. Mid lane in jeopardy. Owl coming in. Flap trying to cut the line here. Kyle Teasy as well. Drawing lines among the members of Blacks International. Super Marco taking down the Lord. An inhibitor falls down in mid as well. Blacklist. I believe that's mission successful.
Absolutely.
Oh, Bren Esports Gold Laner. Their condition is met. He has the items they need to deal damage.
Oh,
but he's back!
An RWM coming in from UA. And there's like a final blow. Flap trying to stop this push. But they're not going to stop. No minions coming in. Blacklist calls it off.
What a play there by Black. And it's sent back Super Marco couldn't maximize the Blazing Duet.
Still going. And the waves are still coming. And Bren is still holding on.
And both teams are just so good at team fighting. You see that bottom lane, US started the ultimate. Early world manipulation was actually greatly timed. But Bren Esports had Ogwin's ultimate to survive. And Super Marco also got away. Nobody died in that skirmish. And no turret died as well in the bottom lane. Well, it is true that Blacklist International will have the macro advantage since they have more map control, courtesy of taking out 2 inhibitors. But Bren Esports, after pushing that top lane, means that they kind of equalized in one lane. You can see that they are behind by 7,000, but it's not impossible for them to mount a comeback.
Can they? It's the biggest question. Almost 8,000 behind, 35 seconds until the Lord spawns. One of the biggest things that has been giving Bren problems is the fact that, yes, other than just his farm, but in combat, in a fight, Edward and the rest of Blacklist is led by Edward's Clue, has been completely disrupting Kaltizi's flow of dashing in and dashing out, forcing him to use Thorn Rose way too early, Phantom Execution, just to avoid getting controlled. They're layering their crowd control abilities onto a Lancelot incredibly well.
And there's not much iframes Kyle Teasy can play with. It's so difficult, man. And to think that his XP laner, Flap Teasy, is more like a scalpel, while Agent Zero, Edward, is a sledgehammer. The fact that Bren Esports is still in this is utterly impressive.
Yeah. They're doing it by trying to win team fights that they by playing off map.
Ogwin walks into an almost deadly bush, but it's not going to happen so quickly. Not like that. Slap easy. Forces one. Super Marco coming in from the back line. RWM coming in from UA. And Marco might take down my Venus. Down goes the Queen. London Bridge has fallen. It's a 4v5. Phew. Taken down. The RWM canceled quickly. Here comes Kyle Teasy. Facing up against Edward. Oh, wow. There's some breathing room for Bren.
And that was a well-executed sandwich play. Because of the gank from Super Marco, it forced Edward away from helping Wise in the Lord. It looked like a free one for Wise, but Kaltizi was also there to contest. And now, because of everything that happened, now Bren Esports are in prime contention position for this Lord as Super Marco pushes down bottom.
Let's see if that's going to happen. There's a push down bottom, and in mid, a skirmish. Yue with the RWM. Marco with the push. Down goes Owen. Look at Flap Teasy. Just dashing on through the 2 and 3 members behind that wall. That was just Few and Kyle Teasy. And Marco is still just pushing. Is this a deja vu of the same gambit from earlier? Albeit, might be a little too expensive.
Very, very expensive. Now they won't have Benedetta to clear out the mid lane. Surely they will have Kyle. No immortality for both of these players from Bren.
Oh, they're holding on. Marco, a tenth of his health. No minions. Bren Esports still in this. Blacklist, though, they are a complete lineup. They're going to go straight for this evolved Lord.
Blacklist International have found a way to keep the lead in their hands while Bren Esports continue to send Marco down bot. What will Blacklist do? Edward will be able to recall back. Free Lord for Blacklist.
Too easy. And now for Bren Esports, all they need to do is to clear out the minions, maybe cut some waves. But Blacklist International are always deadly with the Lord push. You're going to have to be very worried. And it is going to be the mid lane. You can see Owl already ushering the minions up top so that it will be a 2-pronged attack. And Edward also into the bottom lane. somebody has to attend to the side lanes before they engage in the mid lane. Otherwise, Blacklist will just win this by sheer power. They are going to be treating this Lord like a battering ram against the gates of
Yep.
Bren Esports.
At 9 minutes, that 8K gold lead is still massive. Like, you know you're
Sure.
outgunned.
Oh, Few showed himself.
Oh no, spends that flick.
Carry!
And he has the carry ult! This Valentina not long for the world! That's a 4v5, maybe even a 4v6 as the Lord is still standing. Look at Kyle Teasy struggling to clear the waves. The Lord will eventually go down. And Kyle Teasy in no man's land. He's far from his teammates. Oh, the waves are crashing on through. Flap Teasy just attacking each wave, each member. Oh, Yue with the RWM. Kyle Teasy just dashing on through. Blazing towards Fenton already by Super Marco. Ladies and gentlemen, Bren Esports will lose this defense. Blacklist draws first blood.
1-0 for Blacklist. Folks, this is Blacklist International's first game win against Bren Esports this season, and they do it in dominating fashion in the playoffs.